That's that done. Click that button, that button. Ooh, it's a bit dark. Light. Yay! We have light. Hello, and welcome to the stream. Plushie. I need a plushie. I didn't think this one through. Plushie, come here. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hi, Saba. So yes, it's not a Wednesday, it's a Friday, but I haven't yet decided what I'm going to be playing from a Friday stream, so bugger it, I'm doing art, because why not? Bit quiet, okie dokie. Try and adjust that. Also just actual microphone next to face. That'll do. We'll see how we go. So yes, Caved, seeing as it's on sale on Steam, I've bought Nier Replicant, but that's taking a while to install. So, considering I only bought it like 10 minutes ago, it's just like, ugh. So I thought, stuff it. I missed out on the art stream this week, just because I was hot and sweaty and dripping everywhere. So I thought, bugger it, if I weren't going to do the art stream. So I'm going to pick up that now, do a little bit of art, and maybe, question mark, take a look at the game later. Although I might just do that off stream and then get everything set up for it. So yes, we're down for the traditional arty stuff at the moment. Yes, Kappa, actually. Put it on that. So, yes, in terms of arty stuff to draw, as you can see, I've got Loyu here. I've been on a bit of a 40s/50s inspired kind of like drawing session recently. So I've been doing a few sketches, then going upon the good old Instagerms and all that jazz. Put you there. So there's that one, and then the other one that I have been working on is this one. It's weird, I can't set the camera up to give me a decent shot, so it's a bit awkward. But it's supposed to be like looking down at someone swinging, they've swung up high and all that sort of stuff. That's something, what was it called? Pummel Party. Cool. I'm sure I've got it installed now that you mentioned, but if not, I can always have a look to get that going. Pummel Party, Pummel Party, Pummel Party. No, I don't have it installed. I shall get that queued up. Unos momentos. Why couldn't you just stay where I was when I clicked that button? Install. Yep, cool. Right, so that's installing. Just let us know if the stream starts to go to shit, just because I don't know how it's going to cope with Steam, whatnot. Anyway, back to the doodlage. So I've got these two which I've sort of been meaning to try and crack on with. That one from my head. This one, there was a separate image that I had looked at for the pose. And it's like a lass sitting on almost like a ship. She had like a captain's hat on, a big flowy skirt. So I had to sort of figure out what was happening down here because the fluffy, scooty skirt covered it all. Good evening. Thank you for popping in. I'll just call you Abnormal. Abnormal. Yeah. So yes, I think I'll work on this just because it's the older of the two, and then if I get a chance, I'll try and crack on a bit more with that one. And I just realised I need my light box. I completely didn't think about this. It was sort of like a last minute thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go sketch. So utterly prepared for it. Oh, ow, oh, ow! Just attach myself to the desk. Come away. Don't mind me, just causing bodily harm to myself. It's cool. It's cool. It's all good. It's all good. I ain't dead yet. Alright. Stay. Ugh. Right, decisions. Let's move the copper over there so I've got room to put the cable down. Boy. So yes, this is what organization looks like, folks. Peak performance. Free game alerts on GOG.com, the Shadowrun collection. Ooh. I've got some of the Shadowrun games. I may have them all. I think Epic did them as well at some point. I could have sworn I've got Shadowrun on Epic. As much as people hate Epic, it's handy for the free games. Also, there's a Sonic game on Epic for anyone who likes Sonic. Right, okay. This is probably going to blind everyone. I'm going to turn it on. Of course, I say that, and I'm like, where the hell's my drawing pad? There it is. It's one of these things. I was tidying up to get some stuff. This is why I don't tidy up. Because I'm like, I'll put that somewhere safe, and I put it somewhere safe, and then I'm like, where did I put it? So, I should be careful about opening it up casually. Just because I know some of the images are in here are not Twitch friendly, so I'd rather not, casually flick open and be like, oh, hello. And Twitch like, oh, no. We're a Christian set of people. Ooh, oh, stay. You're going to fall over, aren't you? There. It's going to fall over at some point. If you hear a loud bang, you know what it is. Oh, didn't mean to turn that on. I was trying to brush the crap off it. Oh well. I mean, I was going to be turning it on, it's just I didn't mean to turn it on at that precise moment it turned on. I can draw boobs on Twitch, just no real nipples. Yeah, I know I could draw Donald Trump if I wanted to, but... yeah. What's the point in drawing a tit if you can't have the nipple? Free the nipple! Honestly, I think as long as it's art and not porn, you're alright, but, then it's the question of what is art, what is porn? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Etc., etc. I can draw the nipple as well, just no reference material. No reference material on the stream. My co-host and I did a thing earlier. We ordered in some surplus US Army ammo cans in 7.62. Well, I suppose they'd have plenty of surplus 7.62 because they were like, let's go 5.56. Idiots. But anyway, how is everyone? I hope you're all okay at this current moment in time. Those of you who have a weekend are looking forward to it. Those of you who have to work, I hope it's a nice easy shift. Oh, for God's sakes, there's pigeons having a punch-up outside. Well, I say outside, they're having a punch-up on the ceiling. It's a flat roof above where I am currently, and I can see them beating the ever-loving smeg out of each other. Go, go, gadget pigeons. Why did I see the baby? Don't hurt me. I'm troll coming. Well, it could have been worse. I could have sat here and started talking about all the rules and seen if you knew them. And I know that you know the rules, and so do I. Etc., etc. Yeah, metal surplus cans just under 18 each. Yeah, not bad. They can be the most useful for a variety of things, not just storing ammo in. Evening, Vaughan. Welcome to the stream. did have to giggle earlier on work as well. We've got a new time monitoring / task manager software at work. It's basically just so that, you know, the bosses can spy on us and how well we're using time and so on and so forth, you know, the usual crap. But it allows you to put profile pictures on. So I quickly sketched a profile picture of me with a black pen and a post-it note. Hang on, let me just grab a scrap and I'll quickly redo it again, because it's not exactly, you know, hard what I did. That's... Give me the brush on this one, because it'll be the closest to the pen that I used. Let's just move that away in case it bleeds through. So I was sort of like, okay, so I needed to draw myself, so I started with the ears. And the head. I did the highlight. So, let's turn the light off a second so you can see it. So whenever I log in on the system, that loads up as my avatar. So yes. Turn you back on, turn you... Oop, wrong way, no. Go down in brightness. Down in brightness. There we go. I've been advised not to listen to the Hololive Gen 4 song that dropped today. A bit of a beautiful gut punch. Ooh. I'm going to assume Coco's in it. Ah, right, you're also getting Destiny 2 sorted. Right, that makes sense. I was going to say it might also be my end, because Steam is downloading, although it has finished Replicant. Woo! But yeah, I'll want to try and sort all that out, because I've no idea how it's going to play or anything like that. The main reason I got it was because there was news that they are actually going to update Nier on stream. You know, shock and horror. They're actually going to, so like 4 years down the line, they've actually gone, maybe we should update the Steam version. Actually, let's just get me a bit of music that goes to work on this. Go back to that one. Right. Right, so yeah, I've no idea how accurate the lower part of this is, just because it was having to make it up on the fly as such, but hopefully it looks alright. It's one of these, when I started drawing it, I realised I'd drawn it too big and I couldn't fit the full image in, but I decided to stuff it, I'll leave it as it is. I'm not too worried with it not having it all there. And I can fix it in post. Still struggle drawing feet. I'm getting better at hands, but feet are still a pain in the ass. Right. But yeah, I've wanted to try with this to have a bit more of a realistic looking face rather than the typical anime one. It's sort of like a mix between the two, I guess. Because the eyes are still big. But they're not the usual oversized ones that I do. And all 5 of the Gen 5 girls together, written by Coco's closest friends, so it's going to be an emotional commitment to shoot a frag grenade. Yeah, never understood trying to pull the pin of a grenade with your teeth. I don't even open bottles with my teeth. And hell, I've managed to chip a bloody tooth on bloody toffee. It's like no way in hell I'd be trying to do that. Well, let's try and pull a pin on a grenade. No. Right, let's try and get this mouth done again, because I actually kind of liked how it turned out. It's one of those rare moments where I actually managed to draw the mouth and the lips. And I was like, I like that. Lips are hard. The best bit of training I ever saw on how to do lips. Again, I'll have to get my... Let's just get a couple of sheets of paper so that it doesn't die out on the light box. So, one bit of training to sort of say on how to like do lips. So you got like your mouth line there, and they basically put it down as it's 3 ovals. You have a large oval underneath, and then 2 smaller ovals at the bottom, and then you basically just want to try and join the lines up. And I found keeping to something like that does kind of work. You've just got to remember that you've got the bit in the middle of the lip will connect to underneath the nose. Very rough drawing. And the lip will go out, and then you'll normally have the end of your lip here will be in the middle of the eye, whereas the edge of the nose is on that part of the eye, right at the edge of it there, give or take. Some people have wider noses, and sometimes the mouth isn't quite like that, but it's a rough guide is you can get the face sort of designed that way. Rawr. Rawr. So yes, a little bit of blah, 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 blah there. I think I have a training grenade. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I think it is. Well, anything that Hollywood does, I always take with a grain of salt because they want to make things look cool. Case in point, miniguns. So having their heroes pull a pin out on a grenade, they'll have got it so that pin has no tension on it whatsoever. I used to have a speed loader from Airsoft Stuff, which had a pin on it, and that pin had bugger all tension on it. You didn't need to pull the pin on it to do the speed loader, but it was part of the aesthetics, but the pin kept dropping out, and it was one that you could stick in your teeth and pull, but you could feel it tug on your teeth, even with no resistance to it. Also, Blarg, Sabasa. Blarg. Blarg. Now, I need to try and figure out how to do the hair better. So I'm just going to put in blocks of her, how I want it to sort of be. Let's try and actually have it so her hair is the same length on both sides, rather than what I did originally. But then I'm going to have to try and figure out how to make it look natural wavy, or natural strands of hair rather than typical anime blocks of. But it's always a good starting point to put blocky hair in, and then you can design and draw from there. If you know the shape of the hair and how you want it to look, it's always a good starting point. I'm going to need to have a look at some more pictures of cat ears and get the fluff sorted. It's one of those things where I can draw it, but it's very anime-esque in how I put the fluff in the ear. I'm sure there's a technical term for it rather than just, ear fluff. Like all the fine hairs they have protecting their ears and stuff. I suppose technically we humans have it as well. We've got slight hairy ears, but not to the extent of animals. Let's bring it down a bit, because I want to have a look if you fold it over. Oh, it might be because I've got the thing where they need to be following for chat, so it could be that Saber. Not quite that. The 80s Catgirl hair floof. What, you mean where their hair would be out, greatly to one side? And yeah, it might just be ear fluff. I just figured it might be something different for, the technical or semi-technical name for it rather than just it's ear fluff. It's almost like one of those disappointing things where it's sort of like you want to turn it like, oh, what's the ear fluff? The real proper name for it, ear fluff. Oh, okay. I went too far off with that. And should come as no surprise, but the reference image didn't have a tail, but I wonder why. Alright, okay. It's almost like giving her a swimsuit now. Swimsuit? Corset. Swimsuit? Corset. Do I stick with the swimsuit? I mean, that would go with the whole look I've been doing. Where's my phone? There it is. I can't remember if I saved any of the swimsuit stuff to here. Art reference. No. That's annoying. Okay, I'll just go with the original design for now. Because of the shape of the ears, it does put me in mind similar to Fubuki. Sort of, yeah. You know, helpful cat. Now, should that be on there? That's pulling up around there, so that one would need to be lower for that to be slack. Right, okay, okay. Oh, that's something I was going to do. I'm still not quite sure whether I go for the swimsuit or not. I'm just trying and come up with something. Because I could... Ooh, I just noticed I've missed that part of the hand. Because I could have her on like a beach side. Or even on a pool side, thinking on it. Easy way to hide the legs. But then does it stick with the pin-up theme? Alright, your thoughts then, chap. For a pin-up, would it be better to have, if you were sort of thinking like traditional pin-ups from, say, the 40s, 50s, would you expect to see them in more like the underwear, corsetry style stuff? Or would it be more like swimsuits or something like that, or does it not really matter? I'm now kind of torn, just because I was sort of sketching it up like that, and I was like, oh hey, I can just have a swimsuit, or I can go for the corset. Oh, hello Ambrose. Oh, yep. Hello Penana. So, corset, right, okay, okay. Corset it is then. I seem to be getting a lot of corsets. Well, in chat at least, I mean, I haven't got many here, so. Feeling a bit posh. I haven't actually had anything to eat, so I've got myself snacks. Should say all it needs to be. Front of the layers of visual depth. A gauzy robe is pretty traditional. Ooh. Corset and gown, okay. Let's try and add a gown then. Wafa thin mints, indeed. They are wafa thin mints, but they're also on offer. And I thought I haven't had them in a while, so I treated myself. I'm sure there's better things I can buy, but you know, I can have after eights every so often. It just reminds me a lot of Christmas when I was younger, down at my grand's. And there would be after eights. After eights and sure. We used to drink Schiller because it made us feel like adults. We felt we were drinking booze. I haven't had Schler in ages, actually. I wonder if it's still... Yeah, but it's after 8 AM, so, you know. After 8, if they're there and don't really like chocolate and mint as a concept, but I'll eat it, yeah. It's one of those odd things that I don't really notice the chocolate that much, I guess. It's just more the mint. No, I'm not happy with that. That was... If we did it down there, so it's gravity's pulling it, that would look better. Okay, let's... because I'm getting confused with what's underneath. So you then just have a pull. Yeah, but... I don't know. One, I don't have any polos around. But it's more, I don't know, the texture as well, I guess. I'd say something, if they made like a tub of the mint fondant stuff that they put in these, I'd just eat it. But then again, I'm also the same person that goes out and gets, like, you know, would quite happily eat a block of, like, marzipan instead of buying a Battenberg cake. I just remembered the movies I started going on about the little avatar thing that I was drawing. Again, brain suddenly caught up that I was halfway through the story and forgot about it. But one of my colleagues saw it, and she came over and she was like, I want you to draw a picture of me on the thingy. And I was like, I beg your pardon? And she was a picture, you know, on my thingy. And like, can you be a bit more specific? Because right now my mind is coming up with several various things, and I'm like, I'm sure you don't mean any of what I'm thinking. She's like, on the system. I was like, oh, yeah, definitely. My mind was definitely not going there. And she goes, yeah, I want you to do a picture like a page 3 model. And I'm like, I beg your pardon? And she goes, I didn't mean a page 3 model. I didn't mean a page 3 model. I didn't mean a page 3 model. Just a model. Just a model's fine. Bless the cotton socks. I think it's probably about the closest anyone's ever come up to me saying, I want you to draw me like one of your anime girls. Alright, okay, yep, no worries, that's fine. Thank you for all one. I will have a quick gander of that. It sounds like a misfired flirt. No, it's just the way she is. But yeah, it was definitely a bit awkward and... Bless her. Ah, I see. My only complaint with that is that's a lot of frills. I hate drawing frills. But still, I will save that for reference, you know, for later. I know what I'm talking about. Well, yeah. I did sort of like half jokingly say, you know, I can draw you however you want, you know, so, but if you want to be a bit more specific, it's probably a bit easier for the both of us. But again, it's the kind of thing I can get away with saying that to her for a laugh. I think the lass who was sat nearby was a bit perplexed and puzzled when she heard what was coming out of her mouth. She's like, what? Just like, just ignore it. She's having a bit of a moment. Right, okay, so... wanna have my phone... Model the Russian bodybuilder from Overwatch. Oh, nice. Right, 1 second. Because one of these had the corset on that I like the look of. I was going to find it again. I do all my internet searches in work on my phone for, you know, kind of slightly obvious reasons. Work will get a bit peeved. I mean, it's not like there's anything showing. It's just pictures of women. But to know what work is like. It could be considered some kind of sexual harassment. Like, well, people have pictures of men on their desks. Also, they've probably been more pissed at the fact I'm using their internet. Right. Is that going to be... Annoyingly, it doesn't actually show the legs that well in that image, so I've got to try and find another one. Annoyingly, not many of them do the angle or the look that I need. My Google search history is kind of hilarious. Yeah, oh god, yeah, I ain't played Overwatch. The last time I played it, they hadn't nerfed Mercy, so... However long ago it was that they did that nerf on Mercy to turn her from a combat medic to whatever they turned her into. I think it was more medic based, but I just like the idea. I used to love playing Mercy and just going out and just owning people. So she wasn't like one of my other colleagues at work then who was yapping to her friends about boobs and everything. And I'm sat in the same room as them and they're just having this tough conversation and they both just like looked at me and realised I was there and then just carried on. Well, it's the kind of thing, I only ever do the sketching and drawing on my lunch breaks, so, you know, that's how I get it. Because I know that some people use the work internet for browsing news websites, yada yada yada. But they do it all on their lunch breaks, so that's how they get around it. But yeah, I just do it on my phone because then, hey, no one can complain. Well, they probably can, but I don't give two hoots. So, hang on, so you go. I've got to have it so that these. Sorry. It's the moment when a song comes on, I'm like, yeah, I like this song, and I start trying to sing it. Then, one, I realise I can't sing, and two, I realise I'm also streaming, so I can't sing. Well, by the time I was doing it in work, and someone came into the room, and I'm sat at the, you know, bipping away at the back of the work. Didn't know much of the lyrics of the song, but there's one part where the, and Boylan will know this when I mention it, the character in the song basically does sparkle or get and when it comes up in the show, she holds this special hand pose up, and I'm sat at work doing some paperwork. The song comes on, and when it comes to the part, she goes, "Get out!" and does the pose. I did the pose as someone walked in, and I'm like, "Oh fuck." The only reason why D&D and Paizo are blocked search terms. Oh dear. And yeah, how'd IT confirm you want to install Steam? Go nuts, we don't care. Neat. Not that we've got any PCs at work capable of running anything apart from maybe VVVVVVV. But at least they do it. Yes, Volum. It's kind of hard to own the pose when I don't own the costume for it, though. You know, if I had the costume, I think I'd be at home with the pose. Probably wouldn't be allowed in work, but you know. Now, interestingly, a lot of the courses and stuff that I've come across in my searches are all like front-side ones. I always thought they were done on the side or the back. Well, that could just be me just not knowing much about corsets. Work laptop as prison architect installed on it. Nice. Design a prison based around your workspace. See what the possibilities for escape are. Right, okay, let's try and make these look a bit... I want to have it so it looks slightly pushed up. Also, yeah, I think I need to move. Actually, I think I've not got it centered. The one thing I noticed, I took a photograph of the other one I had, the one on the swing, and because I looked at it in the office, I was like, oh, looks fine. Took a photograph of it, and looked at the photograph 10 minutes later, and I was like, I can see the errors. Very useful thing to do if you're drawing and you sit back and you think, yeah, that looks great. Take a picture, or even better, if you have access, put it next to a mirror and look at it in the mirror, and you'll see errors, and then you can correct them. Alright, okay. So they do tend to appear all over, that's fine. Long courses tend to be zip up, just go where it looks best. Okay. I mean, modern courses is one thing. I was trying to stick to a 40s/50s era if I could, but again, it's one of these where you type that in, you're not sure that's what you're getting on Google, because some of them it's like 40s era pin-up, and you sort of look at it and you're like, well, that's like modern clothing that you got there, but you've got 40s hairstyle, I'll give you that. I've got to go check out for a bit, finding food. Yep, no worries, that's not a problem. It's something that I was going to do, and then I was just sat here pondering what to do for the stream. I really should do something on the camera, just so you know. Hello. And is the camera blinded out again? Okay, let's turn the brightness down on that. Because I haven't touched the brightness for the pad, but it's apparently just died on what. Oh wait, I know what it is. It's because I took the piece of paper out underneath. That would explain all. Right. Do I have a blank piece of paper I can just use? No, because the blank piece of paper I drew that picture of. No worries. Actually, what I can do then is turn that off and turn that back up. I'll put that up in a minute. Hopefully that's showing. Alright. Still not happy with how that looks. Let's try and lower that down a bit. How did it? I was going to say on the other side, but I really like to have managed to get the shadow to fall on this before. And that's something I need to do on that side. So I want to have that actually out and up a bit. Oh. No, I don't like the look of that. It just doesn't look right. I'll probably have to deal with that on shading. Boobs are hard. Or how to get them so you can see them lining up. Oh, it's going to be down to shading, I think. Okay. Thought in this stream you sit down and watch a man sit here trying to figure out how to draw tits. It's the one thing where I can't actually, normally I'd be like, I'll look at my own hand for inspiration, or look at my arm to figure out how things go. I look at my chest and I'm like, don't really work. Har. Yes. Remember, children, if it's harder for more than 4 hours, see your doctor. Oh, that just reminds me of that bloody video on Smart Every Day. Ooh, yeah, no. It's really weird. I don't like long nails, but I tend to draw them a lot. I was also amused by Sencho giving advice for drawing boobs when she was doing her birthday illustration of Coco. Ooh, yes, I'll probably have to look that up, because if anybody knows how to draw boobs, it's Sencho. And something called the Spencer corset seemed to be popular during the 40s. Unos momentos. Let me Google. Alright, okay. I love some of the ads that come up at the top. They're nothing to do with Spencer courses. Holy shit. That's got, like, strips and ribbons and buckles and oh my. Unsure if corset or heavy-duty life-saving gear. Pregnancy. What? Those two words shouldn't be together. Oh, right, yeah, I shall Google that. Oh, yep, I can see why. Ooh, love the hairstyle. Yeah, it's very much like that hairstyle. Not quite sure about the weird mannequin thing that she's next to in some of the pictures, but... Still handy, oddly enough, not for the courses, but handy for the hairstyle. Okay, there we go. Still on my search history. So I'll look, see if I can find more images I looked at before. I mean, some of these just, like, their shapes are just, unnatural. It's like, I like the idea of, maybe just getting a shape, but some of this is just like, that's just, how do you breathe? Ah, right, okay. Ah, okay. Yeah, because some of these, it's like the vintage corset stuff, but they're tightened it up so much. I'm just like, that just looks painful / wrong. Because you've still got a rib cage to worry about. There's the bottom half of it, and also you need to breathe. You can call me old-fashioned, but I like the idea of me able to breathe in and out. I went on Pinterest once, and God, that was a mistake. That so was a mistake, because it was just it kept coming saying, "Oh, you want to do this? You want to look at this? You want to do this?" And it just notification hell. And I was just like, God. I was briefly on it for like a day, and then I was like, nope. Breathing's overrated. No. It has its ups and downs, or ins and outs. Imagine her getting bigger. Imagine word support bras functionally don't exist yet. Yeah, I can appreciate it from that standpoint, but it's less I suppose, support from that area, more just this is like squeezing the stomach to Barbie proportions. Hell, some of them are saying even Barbie'd look at him going, my God. That cup of tea was over far too quickly. Oh, right. So if that curve, I'm just trying to figure out how to get this to curve, I guess like that. It's going to be partially hidden by the suspender belt bit, but I'd like to at least try and have something there. Oop, that was a bit of a fudge. Talents institutional rule, that's alright. And people have done really stupid and far more extreme things than that for fashion. Yeah, I've worn high heels. Oi! Stiletto kind of, well, I wouldn't say stilettos, I don't think they got quite that bad, but I wore high heels, that was bad enough. Nope, right, no, that's going to make that finger too small. So let's make that finger smaller, because that will look better. And that finger... It's weird. When I was drawing this earlier, and even now I'm looking at it, I'm like, it looks like her fingers are broken, but all she's doing is that. So, side on. Nope, wait, no. Camera. So it's that, but it's over a thigh, so the fingers are bent out more, but just drawing it makes it look broken. I'm like, ah, fuck. How do you draw hands that don't look broken? Answer, don't draw hands. Never tried to run in heels. Nearly broke my ankle doing that. Yeah, no. I mean, I've sort of jogged, but they weren't what I would call heels. They were my princessan boots. So the heel, as such, was fairly small, but I just basically tiptoe ran. Cosplay gallery might help. Ooh, okay. Oh my. Yes, I see what you mean. Alright. I'll have a gander later on. I say because I've got 1,000,001, well, I won't say 1,000,001 tabs, I'm not as bad as some people I know. I've only got like 10. Never tried but one in cosplay, it's do or die. Yeah. I mean, this is the kind of thing, ideally, what you want. Coughs in 200 plus tabs. Banana, do you want to... What was your tab count at? Can your Firefox even open at the minute? Yeah, I think Banana's like that. She's got like a few hundred tabs open because, you know, favorites, bars, and histories are for suckers, I guess? I don't get it. My Firefox grinds to a halt if I have a lot of tabs open. I know this from person down board. Also, am I going crazy? But I always thought with suspendery things, what are they called? Is it garters? These bits. I always thought they went under, like the underwear. Yeah, garter belt, thank you. So that if you had to go to the loo, you could just, you know, run to the loo, whip down the panties, and go. But a lot of photos that I was looking at, it's above it, and I was always like, have I been drawing it wrong? Or did I just misunderstand the whole idea? Well, it's like, I've never worn one, so I've, you know, never really thought about it. It's just more a practical point of view. It's sort of like you can just get them, whip them down, and off you go to the loo. Japan does panties over, Western does underwear under. Okay. That's fine then. I'll probably stick to drawing them, you know, over. Because it makes sense to my little mind. In the event of an emergency, the other day at work, we came close to one of the girls almost literally pissing herself laughing. Not helped by the fact that she's, you know, also carrying a child, but I got up to get some paperwork, and I'm grabbing it from this little, because of the one-way system we have in the office. The exit door is like here. I'm stood here, grabbing the paperwork, and there's a series of shelves that are basically blocking the view as someone come walking around. And this person is trying to avoid this person who's been asking them questions non-stop all day. And she's seen him get up and come walking around, but because of the one-way system, he's gone like that. So she's basically trying to avoid him. So she's sneaking around, looking around all over the place. The girl who's pregnant is sat here, and she sees her coming over, and she's looking at the syringe. I'm looking at the pregnant woman like, why is she looking over the syringe? This woman's walking around the corner, still looking over this way, then suddenly turns around and sees me stood in front of her. For some reason, scared the ever-loving shit out of her. She throws this piece of paper she has in my direction and leaps back a couple of feet. She's like, traps herself. And the poor woman, the pregnant woman, he's laughing hysterically. And then she's like, oh, I've got to go to the toilet. Oh, no. And then, of course, that sets us off because she's like, oh, no, I need to go. Oh. Yes, crap that makes people laugh in offices, I tell you. Basically, under for fun, over for presentation. Right. Gotcha. Actually, that would mean... Hang on. I'm trying to think how... that would bend, level bend... Yes, you'd have that one bend more that way. Gotcha. Oh yeah, that also makes sense as well. Good point. Although, I figure that if you're at the stage where a guy can see whether you got the straps over or under the panties, you're probably at the stage where that's less of a concern. Although that could just be my thoughts on that one. Oh wait, no, I've done the clip at the wrong end, haven't I? Yes, I have. You pilchard. The clips go at the bottom so they can clip on. Surprise! Oops, try drawing on a flat surface does help. Not narrow that in too much. Also, could just be one thing I do like is when you've got the clothing on and it produces an ever so slight dimple. I think the term is like skin dentation. But it's where you can sort of tell that the clothing is not necessarily digging into the flesh, but it's just ever so slightly pressing down on it, and it gives that wonderful little blip. I think it's considered to be part of the absolute region. Yes, yes. Right, okay, hang on a second, I've got to figure out. So that's got to come down to there. That's going to be ankle. From there you're going to have... trying to break the foot down into sections where I can draw. Right, hang on. I'm not tackling this. Yes, that's fine. Had to stop and think, which side does the big toe go on? There's nothing worse than you see an image and you think, oh, it looks really awesome, and then you see they've drawn the hand, they've drawn the right hand on the left arm and stuff like that, and you're like, I can't unsee that now. Something that's a lot easier to do on arms and stuff like that than it is to do for feet, because generally feet are going to be like, well, one or two ways, effectively. They don't rotate around, they don't do this, you know, they don't go behind you, in front of you, and twist and go in all sorts of funky ways. Feet are just generally, you know, hanging down, like, you know, even if someone's running, you can know that it's going to be the middle of the body is where the big toe is, and it goes out from there. Whereas with your thumb, well, let's see what all I've GKs are out there. Surprise, no Coco, Defender Guru one. GK. Hang on, brain not working. GK. Although I did laugh at Guru's mouse pad. I was like, oh, I'm half tempted to pick it up. Garage kit, thank you. But yeah, whereas like most anime mouse pads, they have like the boobs of the butt to rest your wrist on. Guru's one, they've basically had it so she's doing the whole puffy cheek thing, and it's her cheek, like face cheeks, that you rest. It just looks hilarious. But yeah, strange that they won't have. Oh, there's no Cocos. I mean, I'm sure that'll probably change fairly soon. We'd hope it would. So I thought there's going to be a sudden rise in kits of somebody else instead. Hey, we started doing this strange VTuber called Kason. Why'd you keep making figures of Kason with horns? Optional extras. Alright, just want to add the eyes in to make it look a bit better. Right. What else do I have that in? A bit of hair flick. Yeah, flick. Yes. Try and get the flow of the hair going down. I'm trying to figure out where this music's from. Music I've got playing in the background is kind of like smooth jazz, and I'm like, I can't. I've heard it. I know I have. But I don't know where from. I'm gonna have to look up and see. What's that? Oh, Edison, right. Yeah, Black Lagoon. That answers that one then. It's like it's certainly no bebop soundtrack, but it is playing smooth jazz. She should carry on in the VTuber space. I think she's just going to stick with the real life one. She's sort of, I think she's almost accepted that, if you will. If nothing else, she's probably going to at least occasionally bring out the avatar that she's got for Kason. Because she's used that a couple of times before. But she might just be like, you know what, I can just don't have to worry about dealing with like different emotions aspects or whatnot. I can just stick a camera on my face and job done. I'm not waiting for a computer to do it and having to track it and have the right lighting and so on and so forth. Bow in. Right, so let's have a look for. There we go. Trying to clean that up a little bit. I'll sort that one out. Pen this in a bit more. So she stays living with since she didn't choose to stay. Give it be. She finds a new character because there's a chance that the girls might accidentally appear on stream. True, yep. Yeah, she's already got the case on VTuber equivalent of herself. Some of her older streams. I mean, the first one I remember watching, she was doing that Road to Redemption, the Road Rash-esque game, which looks quite fun actually. I did like Road Rash, but yeah, she had her little live 2D character on that, and that, yeah, that it works. Because yeah, I do believe she's had one of the others appear on stream on one of her streams before. I don't think it was like mentioned who it was, but they sort of appeared on and was just like feeding her. So they sort of had some food and they passed it. That did the whole open your mouth, say ah kind of thing, and they did that. So it led a few people to believe it may have been Kanata. But there was no confirmation of it, so a lot of people just like, no confirmation, we'll just leave it there then. I'm just trying to imagine Callie living in the Hololive house. And you'd have Kirsten with like, "Good morning, mother," and Callie's like, "No, no, no, I'm not saying it." Although one of my favourite Callie moments though was when someone asked, why doesn't she swear much on the stream, and she's like, "Because there's children here," and then to prove the point, she had some like the super chat trolls who were having a go at her, and like, "Oh, you just hide behind this persona, you're not tough, you're not this," and all this sort of stuff, and basically she just ripped the shit out of her, and she's like, "Look, there's children." It was harsh, but well deserved. Oh, try and find the clip with it, it is brilliant. I think I pretty much got that I want. Oh, one thing has just hit me, so she's going to be resting on the edge. Maybe, I think that would be better for it. Yeah, because then she could have. Would that leg still be on it? Or would it be that's going to be on it? I suppose if it's like a wall, it's rounded. You can tell I thought this far ahead. I was like, what's she going to be sitting on? A bed? A bed might make more sense. Bed would make a lot of sense. Get a feeling a lot of my drawings will you end up with her on a bed. Wonder if mind is secretly saying something. A child, what? I'm assuming that's some form of furniture. There was some kind of like Ah, one of them. Yes, that would sort of work, yes. Knowledge expanded. I now know what the name of that chair is. I always just thought they were really awkward sofas. But then again, I'm northern, so a lot of things to me are very like, woo. But yeah, that'd work. Which would look better artistic? I suppose having the upper edge up here. Because then you could have it like that, and then you have it dripping down there. You just have the pinch point there. Yes. Chizzy. Ah. See, I don't pronounce French, so I was just looking at it like, as a cheese? A cheese? It's probably not French either, but you know. I'm just like, I don't know. I barely speak English, let alone foreign languages. It's a bit like Fifth Element. It's like I only know two languages, English and bad English. And I'm only fluent in one of them. Which would appear slightly cheeky. Cheeky breaky. I'm like, I know that's not Australian. And the sound of oh, what cheese? Cheese. Yeah, it's French. I'll just keep calling it a weird sofa. You know, my French knowledge from high school was trying to figure out how to find all the swear words in the dictionary. Because I was that kind of cultured. Right. kind of get a feeling this is something I need to get myself some actual, so the best way to call them is pencil crayons. I always think that's the wrong term. Coloured pencils, that's what people call them nowadays. But get myself like a set of them to have a crack at calling with, because I'm not quite sure the Copics would work for the look I'm hoping to go for with these. Mostly because I can't shade with them. It's a bit hard for me to do at the minute. I was trying to figure out yes, it does. You do have the protrusion, and it's. I was trying to figure out if you have the little bony bit sticking out on both sides of your ankles, but because I'm gearing up to go to a skirmish on Sunday, I wanted to make sure that the stuff that I have fits. So I figured I'd chuck it on quickly. And I was like, I really should stream. So I'm still technically wearing it all, including the boots. And I was like, I can't really feel the side of the boots, but I could roughly feel something there. So you know, close enough for government work. Right. Apparently, come on the 24th to let you to now breaking a mission. No. Hopefully they're okay. Could be worse. Instead of it being human malware, it could be an outbreak of Kumos. Being surrounded by lots of Aoyuki. Yeah, that would delay things. I think I'll probably have to. I've managed to do something there I didn't mean to. Motherfucker. I've had something on the bottom, it's made an indentation on the paper. I hate it when that happens. Yep, that's going to be irritating. Oh well. But I think I'm probably going to call it there with that. Because all I've got to do now is line it in. I might put it on another piece of paper and line it in, and then tricolor it with the Copics. As a test, I guess. But I'm also like the idea of keeping one for lining in and doing with coloured pencils and see how we go with there. But yeah, I think that would take a bit too long, stuff like that. And yeah, if I call it here, I can then go get something to eat as well, which is also a good plan. Food is good. And then I can catch up with Kara on stream, which will be another, 20 minutes or so. So normally I'd go and raid straight into a stream, but I don't think he's got elite thingamajiggy this week. I think he did it last week. Elusive target, that's the word I'm looking for. So yes, I'll call it here, I think. It's a good enough plan. Good enough place for me to stop and I know what I'm doing. So, that's always a bonus. Right. So, I shall say thank you to all who have turned up and watched. I hope you found it at least somewhat entertaining, even if it was a break from the normal Friday. That'll change for next Friday, because I said I've got Replicant. I'll just need to boot it up, make sure it's all fine, but it looks like that's probably going to be the next one to go ahead. Will be Replicant. Nier Replicant, sorry, to give it its full title. And that's going to be kind of entertaining because I've not played that at all before, so that's all going to be new for me, whereas when I did Nier I'd played parts of it, so new bits here and there. This is going to be all completely new, so woohoo! It's going to be a journey. Failing that, if it doesn't work or I can't get to stream or anything like that, then I'll find something else as a backup just in case. Yeah, I'm looking forward to do Nier, and then we'll continue having Friday as Nier for a bit. I will try and post progress pictures of this on Instagram and all that jazz. There should be links below, down. Wait, hang on. No, that way. Yeah. Weird trying to figure out which way is down for the screen because it's not down for me. Distraction. So yes, thank you very much. I shall let you all go. If you haven't had food, go grab food. If you have had food, then yay. Again, yeah, Karen will be streaming in a bit. If you want to join, I'll be there. Sort of in his stream chat, watching him kill lots of people in Hitman. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. Not sure exactly what that's going to be. We may go for Payday, may go for some... I've just downloaded it on Steam, so I should be able to tell you. 1 second. Where are you? Not Gang Base, the other one. Pummel Party, that was it. So, we may do some of that. Or we might just go back into Phasmophobia and practice about in that a bit more. We'll see. It all depends. The Saturday is just co-op game more than anything. We don't nail down a specific thing until usually about half hour before we do the stream. Woohoo! And then next week I'll aim to stream if I can on Wednesdays for art, depending if I'm cooking or other issues. And then yes, you've got all the other wonderful people here who stream as well. So the Subasa Ray streams Monday, Tuesday, Herperderp and Derp. Caron streams Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Saber, you stream as well. I can't remember your stream stuff off the top. But yes, if you see other people in the chat, just click on them, go to the channel, follow everyone. Everyone gets follows. Yes, we shall be a close-knit community of following people. Everyone follows everybody else, and then we all start making money off Twitch. Well, not making money, as I've seen some of the things from Caron's channel. You don't make much, but we can start to take over the world. Anyway, yes, usually Tuesday. There we go. Right, I've waffled enough. I need to go get some food. So, thank you to whoever you are, wherever you are, and whenever you are. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall catch you on the next stream. Toodles.